We start from this tree. As you see, there is the fruit, which looks like a lychee or lychee, but they are not. The fruit, when I break it inside, they looks like a pomegranate, but they are not. And you can see inside how is it looks like. When we crush out of the seeds, we going to have the color which looks reddish or orange in color. This what they were using before. Women of Zanzibar has a natural lipstick. So he will put on his lips. If you want to take video picture, you're welcome.
Yeah, look like some of my lipstick. I have a lot of crazy stuff in here. It's time to delete all this. It's holding up space.
Ah, the third eye.
Yeah. Cool.
Awesome.
So the fruit, actually, we do call it Zingifuri. That's his original name. For you guys, easy to remember. That's why we call it lipstick fruit. And
okay.
why is a lipstick fruit? Because a long time ago in Zanzibar, if it happened, there was a wedding. We didn't have a shop for buying cosmetic. Our women, what they have to do, they should come around of the tree. They will pick some of the fruit. They crush out of the seed. They will put on the lips. The time they go back to wedding, they look pretty already by natural lipstick.
Yes.
Nowadays, they don't use much this as a lipstick because this fruit, it is giving only one color. As you know that all the women nowadays, they want to match out. So they go and buy cosmetic which is made by chemical, by different color, are they around and shop. But the way we still use this, we don't waste it. We use as a spices for food in color, no taste on it. If you know the curry, when I'm talking about curry, it has a mixer with a different variety of the spices. Yellow curry, it will made by turmeric, because turmeric is yellow in powder, which is made by turmeric root, which is the family of ginger or carrot, right? And red curry made out of lipstick. How we do, we take seed, dry, grind it, we make the powder. That the powder we mix with the other spices in order to make curry. So that's how we're going to have a red curry. If you heard about tandoori masala, chicken masala, fish masala, when we're talking about masala in the world, you mean that it's the combination of the spices or mix of spices. When you see something which looks red and powder from tandoori chicken masala fish made by lipstick. Indian, if they get married, they will have Indian dot. And Maasai people, they are using this as a kind of material for dyeing color their hair. When I say the kind of material, because when you apply only lipstick, easily to wash it off anytime it is coming off the color. So they should mix by different kind of chemical with the soil which looks red in color, and they apply from their hair. Then around half an hour, they wash fresh by water. All the moldy stuff are coming out, and the hair stay red forever. Is that how they use people for dyeing in color? And that's why in botanic name we call it anato dyeing, because people they use for dyeing color. We good?
Yeah.
Any questions so far? Can we proceed?
Any questions?
No. I'm just enjoying this. Is very interesting.
Right. Here we go.
You're explaining it very well, so the questions right now.
Do you see these grasses? Just try and smell and guesses what is it. Maybe you know it. Take it. Hold it.
Ah. Lemongrass.
You're right.
Ooh, this smells so nice.
It's a lemongrass. This is how we harvest it. Just you don't need to take much of it. Roll up like this way. If we get back home, wash fresh by water, this, and boil it 5-6 minutes with the hot water, and that's how we made a green tea.
Ah, nice.
We don't put the color in order to get green tea. No, just it grass itself with the water, giving a color of green tea. We drink that without sugar because it's very medicinal for the high blood pressure, urine system. That's what I mean. Good for clean the pee, and good even for the yellow fever. That's why much in Zanzibar we drink a lot of coconut water. with the lemongrass tea.
Okay, I want to be taking some of this home with me because
No problem.
last time I checked, I had some pretty high blood pressure.
You should use a
So-
lot of it. You should use a lot of it.
Yeah.
And instead of it, we use this to keep our mosquito. If we in the rainy season, we have the local people who live in the local house. Normally they get a lot of mosquito around of the house.
Yes.
What we do, we take the grasses, we drying to the sun, chop into pieces, we burn it between charcoal, fire together, smoke are coming up, all mosquito away. So from our community, well, as I said, the farm belongs by community. We have our own cooperative, right? Our women who works to the cooperative, they have our own project. They made a cosmetic by local made, right? They made soap out of it. They make body lotion out of it. They make oil out of it. Take oil of lemongrass or lotion before you go to the bedroom. Rub on your skin. You still smell good, and mosquitoes stay far with you, right?
Exactly.
Right. The stem of the plant, this part.
And women, we like that.
Yeah. You see this part?
Yes.
They use people in Asia. They will cook with the tom yum soup. Have you heard about tom yum?
Yes.
So they will cut this.
Okay.
I'm running and come on this one.
Okay.
This is the root of lemongrass, right? Have you heard about mimosa
Yes.
or sensitive plant? We take root of it. With the root of mimosa, juice of lime, boil it with the water, we drink it, and they're good for the asthma.
Okay.
From the root of
Natural airway.
lemongrass. The stem itself, you see? The stem itself is this what they use in Asian food for the sushi, right? They will cut as a spring onion. Because a little bit they smell like ginger, that's why they use in the soup and Thai cooking, stuff like that.
Okay.
It's like an onion, you know?
Exactly. That's exactly what it looks like, scallions.
Just smell it.
Ooh, that still smells really nice.
Lemongrass is not in English how they call out people, but it's the kind of citronella. There is no difference between lemongrass and citronella. It's the same thing.
Can you
The
chew?
difference, the difference is the time, and the difference is the way how we call it by different language what we speak. French, they never call lemongrass, they call citronella. Italian, they never call lemongrass, they call citronella. Polish, they never call lemongrass, they call trava citronova. German, they never call lemongrass, they call citrongrass. You see that? So it's same thing between citronella and lemongrass. Just the
What they
difference.
call it in Swahili?
Swahili, we do call it chai chai.
Chai chai.
Yeah, why? When is it your first time to have a green tea? Take the cup with the tea inside. Try to put near by your nose. You might say because they smell good. That's what we call chai chai.
Chai.
And chai is tea because we used to make a tea out of it.
Got you.
We good?
Mm-hmm.
Questions so far?
No, I'm enjoying this.
Can
This
we
smells
proceed?
Yes, we can.
Here we go.
nice. We go to
It's
the
like
tree.
Obama land. Yes, we can. Yes, we will. Yes, we do.
No comment.
You see this berry up here? Is the coffee trees.
Ah.
And you have to remember that coffee in Zanzibar, we get two types of it, between Arabica and Robusta. Is this Robusta? Normal grows on a big tree. Arabica are there on the bushes. You can find a lot of them nearby to Kilimanjaro. Is a part of Tanzania mainland. We harvest the coffee when it looks red in color. We just open it and we're going to have a coffee beans inside. The beans, we take them off, we drying to the sun, becomes brown in color. Then we must roast it. If you never roast it, you never get taste, you never get smell of coffee. It sounds like a cocoa beans for making chocolate. If you never roast it, you never get taste of chocolate, right? It's time from the cocoa beans. So we must dry, becomes brown, and roast out, becomes black. We do grind it, we made a coffee powder. In Zanzibar coffee, we used to mix it by different variety or mix by different kind of spices in order to have a different flavor. So we made a ginger coffee, cardamom coffee, cinnamon coffee, vanilla coffee. You guys, have you tasted before banana coffee?
No.
We used to take yellow banana, the skin out, flesh, the flesh of banana, we chop into pieces, we drying to the sun, we do grind it, we made a banana powder. You should mix with coffee. Is that how you're going to have banana coffee? So all this kind of
Nice.
coffee which is mixed by different kind of spices, we will see them around in shop at the end of our tour. Good?
Good.
Any questions so far?
No.
So remember that this is Robusta, not Arabica.
Okay, gotcha.
Right, let's proceed. This leaf has got a bit strong smell. You can smell it.
Wow, yes.
Do you know what is it?
No.
Have you heard about Indian curry leaves?
Yes.
This is Indian curry leaves.
Ah,
You know curry? I mean that has got a mixed with a different kind of spices.
Yes.
By having a color, it is depend by the way how you want to make it, or which kind of curry you want to have. Green curry made by this leaves.
okay.
Yellow curry made by turmeric. Red curry has the same made by lipstick. And instead of it, do you heard about cassava?
Yes.
We take cassava, chop slice out, and we fry it with these leaves together. Because any kind of the food which is you're going to fry it with the oil, when you eat it, what is going to happen in the stomach? You must have a gas in the stomach, right? Why we fried cassava with the leaves of curry leaves? Because we use them to remove off the gas the time you eat cassava with the leaves together.
I like this herbal natural medicine.
Sometime we
Yes.
take this itself, just mash it, becomes soft, boil with the water, then we filter out, we drink as a tea. Is that we use also for the stomach pain and as well for in order to remove off the gas in the stomach.
Gotcha.
We take the leaves sometime, dry and grind it, we made into powder.
It's a natural antacid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We do dry the leaves, grind it, we made it into powder. You have to remember that. We believe that in Africa, we do have a problem about voodoo, right? So to keep away voodoo, you know, sometimes people they don't play far with your baby, right? And baby sometimes you can find never sleep during the night. A day is okay. During night, no sleeping, cry all the time. So to protect them, we take the leaves, dry, we burn it between charcoal and fire. The same the way how people they used to burn it incense. If we burn it by smoke, we put from their whole body of baby, and the baby goes to smell the leaves of curry leaves. And the time you go to the bedroom, sleeping well, no voodoo problem because they don't like smell of this curry leaves. That's what we do in Zanzibar.
Gotcha.
Very good.
Yes.
So it's the Indian curry leaves. Questions, Safa? All right, let's see. You see that fruit up there? Which looks like a microphone.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's exactly what it looks like.
Is this the tree which is called a breadfruit tree?
Ah,
Have you heard about it?
Yes.
And why is a breadfruit? Because we never eat it the fruit raw as a normal fruit. We must cook it as a normal potato.
Right.
We should harvest when they get bigger, the fruit like this size, looks brown in color outside. We remove off the skin out. We get the flesh inside, which looks really total same by potato. We chop into pieces. We boil with the water for 5 minutes. Filter out. We take a coconut milk, mix together, turmeric, black pepper, garlic, onion, juice of lime and salt. We boil again for 10 minutes. Then we go and eat it together with the fried fish, which taste is really awesome. But taste is
sounds
really to
good.
die for. Yes.
Yes.
And we do fried it also. We make a chips of breadfruit. We eat by chili, salt, and taste is really yummy. And we do call it the tree a shelly tree, and the fruit
okay.
is it shelly fruit. Why? According that where native the tree come from and not from Zanzibar, was imported before by Sultan. And where come from the tree? From Seychelles Island.
Gotcha.
Have you been to the prison island?
Yes.
Is that the tortoise, right?
Yes.
Those tortoises between these they come from same country,
Gotcha.
Seychelles. That's all. Be good? That's why we call shelly. That easy to
Oh,
remember.
okay. That's
Shelly
shelly.
according of Seychelles.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
This how from beginning I started to coming out. This is the flower.
Ah,
Then after grows the fruit.
wow.
And we get whole the year round. And we was our grandmother, our grandfather was grows up with this. That way still now is it free of charge. If you example we do like you was born in town, right? When you come around of our farm, you need to have this breadfruit. We never charge you out.
Ah,
Just
okay.
come and pick, but make sure that you pick that which is enough for today, because they don't last for a long time.
Okay,
The
gotcha.
time you pick, go and use back home. If you leave them until tomorrow, they're never surviving.
Gotcha.
They will going bad. Otherwise, you can throw it
Perishable.
or give a cow. They can eat them as a,
Yes.
That's how is it. So it's our Zanzibar grapefruit shiny shed. This is the coffee which is ripe.
Oh, okay, yeah, red.
We just pick it
Mm-hmm.
like this and open it. This is how we get coffee beans.
Wow.
Sometimes we get one berry.
Mm-hmm.
We get 2 beans inside, which is bigger like this size.
That's cool.
Coffee.
I was just about to ask you if y'all eat them.
This is our Zanzibar hibiscus.
So do y'all use these in make tea?
We do when they dry out.
When they're dry, okay. Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yep. Look how the bird is so smooth. Really smooth.
You see this, what we have right here? How this looks like?
And what is that?
They looks like a beans, right?
Yes.
But they're not.
What is that?
Try to guess, what is it?
I have no clue.
You buy this when it looks dry and very thin.
Pepper?
It looks black in color.
Black pepper?
Not yet. Pepper is like a bowl, right?
Mhm.
Scrolls around.
I don't know.
You don't.
Vanilla pods.
Oh, vanilla pods. Okay.
Yes. This is what you buy back in America, right?
But our
Dry.
vanilla don't look
Yeah,
like
dry
that.
black. And that's why I say it looks very thin when they dry. You see, like now, looks bit fake.
Yes.
So actually vanilla, we have it now, doesn't have smell of vanilla until we process. So we harvest actually when they grows bigger like this size.
Mhm.
They must be yellow in color. We pick
Gotcha.
them and we're not allowed to dry to the sun. Why? Because when we cut vanilla inside, we get small black seed with the essence of vanilla. Between the essence with the seed, which is going to producing the flavor in our sweet dishes. If we dry to the sun, I mean that are we going to lose the flavor of vanilla.
Okay.
So before we dried it, we pick when the yellow, put in the warm water for half an hour, take
Mhm.
them off, we dry to the shade for 2 weeks, becomes a black, then we use as a spices, we put them into the sweet dishes. We made vanilla tea, vanilla milk, vanilla yogurt, cake, ice cream. That's how I say all the time, vanilla yummy to my tummy because taste is nice. And where vanilla in the world, is it really expensive or is that cost a lot of money? Because before are they coming out vanilla pod, grows the flower, is the family of orchid. For each flower producing 1 pod. And one by one of the flower we must to do pollination.
Gotcha.
When native vanilla come from Madagascar, they do to pollinate vanilla by using butterfly, bees and other insects. Zanzibar, we pollinate vanilla manually by hand. Why? Because we don't have so much of bee or butterfly. So what we have to do, we wake up early in the morning around 5:30 before sunrise are coming out. Why only 5:30 before sunrise? Because 5:30 is the right time to find all the flower which is open itself. When the flower vanilla get open it, soon you have to pollinate. When you come very late, if the flower get sunrise at the morning, you will find them to the floor, which is already falling down. If we lose the flower, we never get vanilla pod. You understand? So we should come by the right time and find the torch in your head, find the sharp knife, take the stick to the floor, you sharp it very well. Those are stick which is very sharp. Come and find the one by one of the flower which is open it. Inside of the flower you will get small stem which is female and male, are they separate. So what do you have to do? Take that small stick which is sharp, come and stick both between female and male, close the flower with the stick inside. Are we waiting for a month? Flower becomes dry, they fall down by itself. They will coming out vanilla pod, green long like this size. If they're green, we wait again for like 5 up to 6 months in order to get them ripe. Why we wait so long time? Because we harvest the vanilla in Zanzibar once a year. That's why vanilla in the world, they costed a lot of money. You good?
Yes.
And
good.
vanilla so far are not a tree. It's the vine or creeping. Has needs support a tree for to grows up. In order to plant it, I don't mean that we use the seed which is inside of the pod. No, we just cut a half meter of the vine, stick nearby the tree, they grows itself.
Oh, cool.
But they must have support.
Support. Okay,
Yeah.
which I see.
Yeah.
The
As you
tree
see
there.
them, they grows around of the tree.
Yes.
Good?
Yes.
Questions of her? Did you get it, all of them?
Yes.
Right. Can we proceed?
Yes.
Here we go.
Mixing in the flowers.
We're talking about this plant here, which is looks like a young banana, but they are not. And we get to the spices which is grows underneath. I mean, it's the root, and the root of it is the family of carrot, ginger, but they're not. He gets some of it. Let him cut it off, and he will give you to smell it. Maybe you know what is it. You buy this a lot when it looks dry and into powder, yellow in powder. You don't know what is it?
It kind of smells like ginger.
Not yet.
Yeah.
By the way, I can say that thanks for trying.
Yes.
It's thanks for
Like,
trying,
that's
by
what
the
it
way.
smells
But,
like to me.
but not really ginger, it's the turmeric.
Ah!
That way I
The
was
color,
saying.
that's why I said the color made me
That
think
I-
of it, but
that
the
I-
smell.
I was thinking about that when I'm talking about yellow in powder,
Powder.
easily
Yeah,
that for you to
turmeric.
recognize.
Yeah.
But still was like, you was like, you show me the face which is, you know. So I was like, what she's doing now? And I said that always you buy back home drying into powder which is yellow.
Yes. Everybody don't
Anyway.
use turmeric, or that's
Yeah,
something
yes,
that
it's
just became.
popular because very
Yeah,
healthy,
now.
you know. It's
Yeah.
healthy turmeric.
Yeah, people just started really using turmeric in
Yeah,
the States. They didn't
no,
always.
no. Anyway, all of it are the turmeric. Turmeric where grows from the root. When the time for harvesting all the plant, they will die themselves. We
Wow.
just come and pull out the root. We drying to the sun. We do grind it. We made it into powder. Yellow curry made by turmeric. You guys, have you heard about saffron? Saffron.
Yes.
Saffron is
Spice.
really expensive spice in the world.
Yes.
Instead of saffron, we use turmeric back in Zanzibar. That's why we call turmeric is the poor man's saffron, because it's cheaper than saffron itself. By the way, it's very medicinal for the people who get problem by digestion. We
Yes.
take turmeric and papaya, put in the blender with a little of hot water. We grate it. We made a kind of juice. If they drink people, in a few minutes they run in toilet. That's why we say young coconut water good for clean the pee. Turmeric and papaya are they good for popo.
Got you.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Instead of it, our women before they get married, they will have some of acne or pimples, and the
Yes.
skin looks like a man, you know. To get them their skin, which is looks smooth, tender like baby, and acne away, we take turmeric,
Yeah.
cloves, ginger, and coconut oil. If we don't have a coconut oil, we take honey, mix together. They apply to the face. Sometimes they will have a scrub by whole body. Then after that, they can wait like half an hour. If they looks dry, get shower or wash fresh by water the face, and the acne they coming out and becomes pretty almost. So we made a turmeric soap, papaya soap, cloves soap. This kind of soap are we using for skin disease and good for the acne or pimples. We will see them later on. They used to made our women by local way
Okay.
or by local made. We good?
Good.
So all of it turmeric. We use it also for the antiseptic. If we get cut, take turmeric, aloe
Yes.
vera jelly, mix together, that we put it in order to stop the blood. Is that how we use to clean actually the wound as well and
Yes.
kill it the bacteria. So we use for many ways turmeric to protect the cancer. That way people they make tea of turmeric, which is tastes not really good. Taste is really terrible, but it's medicinal. It's good for disease, you know.
Mhm.
So it's better to use. That's why we all the time we take this with the hot water, drink every day morning before you had the breakfast. Is that better on to be okay?
It's just nice to chew on too. Just
Yeah.
This
But
true.
you know when you eat raw like this now, makes you to have a yellow teeth. You see?
yeah. Oh, if you do it a lot, yeah.
turmeric, yes,
look
staining.
at him now.
Yep.
See that?
Yeah, turmeric is staining, so yeah, I
It's
was
staying really very colorful, you know.
That's okay.
No problem. No, that's how we use for the teeth brush as well.
Mm.
You know,
Yes.
Colgate, which is made by cloves.
Mm-hmm.
We take a Colgate, put it on top of teeth brush
Mhm.
with the turmeric in powder. That's how we clean our teeth.
Oh.
And stay yellow. At the time you eat the fruit around, eat this, and the color coming out yellow, and the teeth becomes really white.
So I'm doing a good thing by chewing on this
Why
and
not?
staining my
That's
teeth.
better,
Yes.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's medicinal, so it won't do anything.
Very medicinal.
Yes, I'm enjoying this because I like natural stuff for healing. Not something somebody go concoct, you don't know where it came from.
Oh yeah, I see my fingers are orange.
Come on in here.
Anyway, these the pods, you see them? This the spicy salt goes above to the ground from the root, as you see. Have you heard about cardamom?
Yes.
This fresh cardamom has no smell until when you chew it from the black seeds, you will get flavor of cardamom. The smell is terrible, but flavor is really nice. Flavor is really
So you can just chew the seed?
Yes, just the seed. Chew the seed.
Oh yeah. Mmm. Yes. Yeah, I like this.
And this the flower is the family of orchid. You see? It looks like a smaller orchid. After flower are they coming out cardamom pods. What is it? Coconut or what?
I think it was a branch, yeah, from the tree.
Oh.
I see when it fell, hit the ground.
Yeah, the branch of coconut, I see now. So cardamom grows above to the ground. The leaves we don't use any. And
okay.
white cardamom nowadays is very popular in the world, according of Turkish, because Turkish they used to make a cardamom coffee, which is expensive and popular. That way nowadays cardamom becomes expensive in the world. And we use them for bread, in tea, coffee, milk, rice, cake, for flavor. And we do call it cardamom is the cheating spices. Why cheating? Because people are Muslim, they're not allowed to drink alcohol. Some of Muslim, they do drink alcohol. How they get back at home to speak by them wife or family, they take seed of cardamom. When they chew it, smell out of alcohol.
That
so
makes
we call
sense.
it cheating for kidding, you know.
It tastes wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's giving nice aroma, you know.
Yes.
It's like a mint chewing gum actually.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, this will cover alcohol.
Similar bit.
Yes.
We good?
Yes.
Right, let's proceed.
It has a minty, but not overly sweet taste. Breeze feels nice.
See a lot of fruit out there?
Yes.
Have you heard about the grapefruit?
Yes.
These days our Zanzibar grapefruit. Yeah. Yes. Actually, when they get ripe, becomes bigger, looks yellow in color. Are they almost matured? They're
Okay.
almost matured, yeah.
Oh.
We open it inside and we're gonna have a pink in color with a small seed which is white in color. The seed we used to grow as a new plant. Flesh which is looks pink or red, we eat it as a fruit. And our grapefruit are not really bitter, not sour. It's actually sweet. And instead of it, grapefruit in Zanzibar, from the skin parts, we don't use it. But they use a lot much in England to make marmalade or bitter orange.
Ah,
Between
okay.
starfruit, grapefruit, with the Savelle orange. It's the family of orange, but they call Savelle or bitter orange. The English for making marmalade. That's how they call it.
Okay.
They used to make marmalade with it. Yeah. So it's our grapefruit. Mwangue. Ndona ngwe. Kwa la kule kule. Ha? Wanaenda kula kule? Umeenda? Yapo. Ah. Zuri.
So it look like he gonna get one?
Yeah, he's gonna get one. Ile umetumwa kule na nani? Na bari eh? Tushakuja kujipandisha mbele yetu hapa ndo tunakula hapa basi. Simweo. Uteka mgomba. Uteka mgomba mjomba. Kakisafisha kisu mjomba. Uba.
Yeah, that's real solid. It smells sweet.
Yeah, that's not really juicy now, because until when they're really yellow. But still now you can get sweet tasting.
Asante sana kaka.
Hakuna matata.
Yeah, it still has a sweet taste to it, even though it's not ripe all the way.
Kisunguvu kwa nguvu mjomba. If you eat the white part, you're gonna have a bitter taste.
Oh yeah, I'm not playing that. Yeah, I eat grapefruit all the time.
Very sweet.
But not none that tastes good like this.
Very sweet grapefruit. Better than any grapefruit I've ever tasted in the U.S.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Sometime, because now we in the now are starting the rainy season, right?
Mm-hmm.
This now we can wait like for a month to get more rainy bits and becomes very juicy. It's like orange,
Ah,
and the taste becomes sugar taste, not grapefruit anymore.
yes.
Gotcha.
It's really sweet.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Sweet and delicious.
Yep, naturally sweet.
Just put to the floor. No?
Oh, okay.
It's that becomes compost, you know.
True.
Get a little piece again.
Of course, I won't say no.
How is that, Nish?
Yummy.
Yummy to our tummy.
Exactly. Like they say, you know, anything fresh and natural, I'm for it. And it tastes good even though it's not ripe all the way. And I love these flowers. They're really pretty. A bunch of them.
Hibiscus.
Mm-hmm.
It's beauty. So you're gonna get more, so it's fine.
Hmm?
You're gonna get more of it, it's fine.
I'm good.
Enjoy.
Right, let's see more. No, we fasting, that's why we don't join. Sorry for that.
Ah,
Oh, okay, sorry.
No problem.
Tell them save it for
Because
later.
if not, if is it not Ramadan nowadays, we can join together, eat all nature together.
Yeah, I was gonna say hold it for when you break your fast.
Yeah. Now we wait until it's at 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
6:30 we're gonna have a break, fast and eat it.
Yes.
Yum yum. This is the kind of the plant which is called Taro Roots. Have you heard about Taro Roots?
Yes.
It's the family of potato.
Mm-hmm.
For harvesting, we just pull the whole things. We get the roots and peel off the skin out. The flesh we chop into pieces, then we boil with the coconut milk, with a bit of cinnamon, chili, salt, and we eat together with the fish or whatever, and taste is really nice.
Yeah, I made it roasted and grilled.
And the leaves we used to cook as a veggie, but the young leaves like this. We chop
okay.
into pieces and we make a kind of the kind of veggie is that we eat it with a polenta, which is very slippery, and we call it mlenda, between okra with the leaves of it together. Yeah, boiled with the water only. Water, salt with these leaves and okra, and becomes something slippery. We just put polenta like this way, and it becomes like something glue, you know.
Yes.
And we eat it, which is very sounds good. It's our traditional food, what we eat much in Zanzibar. Good?
Good.
Right. Let's talking about now the king of the spices, because around on the spice tour we do have a queen and king of spices. Let's start with the king, and we will see the queen later on. And the spices, this is how they grows up. You see them?
Okay. Yes.
Do you know what is it?
No.
Have you heard about cloves?
Yes.
Oh.
Is this
That's
the
what was-
cloves? Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Fortunately, when it's ripe, becomes reddish in color.
Gotcha.
We harvest it, we dry it to the sun, becomes black. We made an oil out of it. It's the medicine which is good for toothache.
Yes.
If we're suffering by diarrhea, take the cloves, dry, boil with the water, drink it, stuff it for diarrhea. Christmas time, back in Europe, they will stick this around of the orange, good for aromatic. In Zanzibar, if we buy lime or lemon, we stick a cloves around of the lime or lemon. We should hang to the kitchen or sitting room, keep away the fly with the mosquito. And we do call it cloves is the king of spices because was imported by Sultan the one from Oman. The tree where native come from Indonesia. Indonesia, they used to make cigarette of cloves. They do call it a kretek. When people they smoke, they have a strong flavor by strong smell. Back in Zanzibar, long time ago, our grandfather, they do smoke a lot of cannabis or marijuana, and we're not allowed to smoke. What they do, they take 2-3 of cloves, grind it, they roll up with marijuana. When they smoke, police pass in front of you, they never get smell of marijuana. That's what we do call the king of spices.
Oh, that
right?
makes sense.
Is this our cash crop of the spices of spices in the world? In Zanzibar, actually, I can say that, not in the world. In
Well,
Zanzibar.
the British were well known for bombing Madagascar over cloves.
Is it?
Yeah, the British used to
Alright.
fire their cannons and.
So why cloves is our cash crop? Before our tourism, they come in Zanzibar, our government was dependent only by cloves. So we local people, right? We're allowed to grow them, harvest it, and use it as a spices or medicine by exporting with the kilo. We must sell to the government, and the government, they will buy to you by fixed price. It's about like 1 kilo for $5. If they exporting, they get more than $45. So when we say Zanzibar, you mean the two islands, Unguja and Pemba. Where we are, we are in Unguja Island. We get our sister island, which is called Pemba. Pemba to Kenya, I mean Mombasa, not really far. It's about like 1.5 hours to the border by using boat or dhow, which is made by different woods, right? So people from Pemba, they grow much of cloves than coconut palm, and Unguja we grow much coconut palm than cloves. So people from Pemba, they do harvest it, dry and packaging. They want to smuggling by secreting way. When the government, they knew that, they was find the police marine who were called Navy. When they catch you by like 300-400 kilogram of cloves you have, you're gonna spend 2-3 years in jail. That's what we call cloves. Is our government monopoly of the spice in Zanzibar, or it's our gold of Zanzibar. Nowadays they care more about tourism, but they still care about cloves.
Yes, got
Okay?
you.
So this is our king of spices.
Okay.
Cloves. Good?
Yeah.
Any question by the way? If you eat it now fresh, you're gonna be numb in a few minutes. You wanna try it out?
No.
Yeah,
You wanna try it out?
yeah, just
Here
eat.
we
Yeah,
go.
he can cloves. Yeah.
It's
I-
good
I
for the
use
teeth, you
cloves.
know, teeth pain and toothache problem. That's
Yes.
better on to use.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I use cloves, the dry one, but never seen a fresh one. Or the
Yeah.
plant where it comes
You might
from.
want to taste this.
Ah!
You sure? Let me try one.
Hey, now she was.
He told me it's good.
Dude, just
Just one little.
break off a piece like this for her. Yeah,
Okay.
it's nice.
Let me see if you're lying or not.
I like it.
Oh, yeah, the fresh one tastes better than the dry one and all that. That's nice.
Do you know what is it?
Yeah. I see something going in the root.
It's cassava plant.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, this.
It's cassava plants. We get from the root actually, which is big like this size, with a brownish skin outside. So the skin normal, we peel them off, and we get the flesh inside, which is looks similar by potato. We chop into pieces, we boil with the water, filter out. We put coconut milk with the spices. We eat with the fried fish. Taste is nice. And we do dry the root sometime and grind it. We make farina. That's how Latin name they say it. Farina, that I mean is the flour. So instead of corn flour for making polenta, we used cassava in Zanzibar for making polenta, which is called it in a Swahili word, ugali.
Yes.
Ugali. Instead of it, we do fried it cassava. We made the chips out of it. We eat by
Yes.
chili, salt, and taste is really great.
Yes.
And
I've
the
been
leaves
eating plenty
itself.
of those.
We pick the leaves, which is young, like the way how I do now.
Mhm.
This is how we pick up the young leaves. This part, you see? Look how the difference between these leaves and this. You feel it, these leaves. And feel it from it.
Oh yeah, it's a
They look totally different, right?
Totally different.
They're old. They're old. They're not anymore good to do vegetarian. We do like this from the young leaves. We get our local machine which is made by wood, and we take like a big fat wood and make big hole to the middle part. Then we take this, put it in there with a bit of salt, take the branch, hard branch, and mash it. Becomes really soft. Wash fresh by water. Then we boil it with the coconut milk. Put cinnamon stick, black pepper powder, coconut milk. We eat together with the rice or ugali or polenta, and taste is really nice. Taste is this, the vegetarian from it, better than spinach what you buy to your country or the spinach what you can find all over the world.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
We call it mboga ya kisamvu. Is that mboga means veggie. Kisamvu is that from the leaves of cassava. Mboga ya kisamvu, vegetarian of cassava leaves.
Got you.
Mchicha is that spinach. Mchicha. Mboga ya mchicha. Mboga ya kisamvu.
Right.
Got it?
Got it.
This is how they're different.
Got you.
Right, so it's this cassava, all of that. Is this all what we have right here? Let me give to you to smell it. This it. Do you know what is it? We do call it in Swahili pili pili manga. Pili pili is that any kind of chili.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought some of the sauce.
We get hot chili, which is called pili pili hoho, because when you bite it, you will be hoho all the time. It's that paprika, right? And we got pili pili manga. Is this manga means Arabs, according that are famous by Arabs country. Instead of the tree we are coming from, original India, but we call pili pili manga because before in Zanzibar was colonized by Arabs, so Arabs was number one of the people who use much of it in Zanzibar into different dishes. That's why still nowadays in Zanzibarian people they use much of black pepper. That in English they call it black pepper, right? So we used to have a hot taste this from pepper itself. Okay. Let me give you to smell, by the way, and you're going to smell really green peppercorn.
Wow, yes, it smells nice too.
Yeah, it smells really sounds good and strong. Pepper, it is not a tree, it's the vine, as you see, as needs supporter for to grows up. By the way, we get 4 kind of it, between green peppercorn, black, red and white. All 4 kind grows to the same plant. The difference is the time for harvesting, even the process what we are doing for. First of all, green. Take when the green like this, dry to the sun, becomes a black. If we need red, leave green on top of the tree for a long time. When they get mature, becomes red in color. Pick when the red, put in the hot water for 2 seconds. We remove off the skin by hand. We're going to have a white pepper which is inside of the red. The end of the day, we use only 2 types of pepper, which is black and white. Taste is the same because we don't use any chemical fertilizer in our pepper plant. That's why it doesn't change the flavor. And the difference only the price. White, which is a little bit more expensive because of the process, but we use actually for the same food. We put pepper into different meat for flavor. It's the medicine for the mama who get pregnant the day when they get young baby. Some of them, they don't have enough milk which is coming out for the baby, because most of us we born around of the house, even their stomach are not really clean. We take pepper powder, corn flour, boil with the water, we make kind of porridge. If they drink our mom 10-15 minutes, they run in toilet, clean them stomach, milk coming out, baby not cry anymore. That's how we say it. You heard about chai masala?
No.
Chai means tea, masala is the mix of spices. So we made a tea masala out of pepper.
Gotcha.
We get the tea masala which is made by 8 spices together, which is very spices. And we have tea masala which is made only by 4 spices. Cinnamon, vanilla, lemongrass and cardamom, which is sweet, not really spices. Which has 8 spices, that very spices according of pepper and ginger. With the cloves also very strong.
Yes.
So it's that tea in the winter time. If you want to get warming in your body, You
Yes.
should drink that kind of tea.
Yeah, that's
You will be sweating all the time.
exactly. I was gonna say, yeah, that one gonna definitely clean out your system.
So it's the pepper plant.
Yes.
Be good. For to plant it, we just cut half meter of the vine, stick
Okay.
nearby the tree, grows itself.
Okay.
But they must have a supporter. If without supporter, they grows but they never produce any
Those-
spices. Because
gotcha.
they spice themselves, they need to hanging out.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Be good.
Yes.
Questions of what?
What is that?
This one fruit?
Mhm.
Passion fruit.
Ah. I'm glad you have a good eye. I didn't even pay attention.
This passion fruit. It's the vine also. It grows around of the tree. You can see some of them. Some are
Yes.
there over there on top. Have you seen before the flower of passion fruit?
Mm-mm.
Let me show you. It looks beautiful. Looks quite pretty on. This how are they?
Wow, that is
With
beautiful.
the fruit. Looks beautiful.
Yes, it is. It's
And
bright
this
and
the
colorful.
fruit itself.
Wow. And when do the flowers normally bloom?
Hmm.
When do the flowers?
When the time producing the flower
Yeah.
is actually we can find that from June.
Oh, okay.
We have this because we got a whole day around, but from June to March we got much of it.
Mm-hmm.
To December as well we can find
Okay.
much flower there.
Oh, okay.
But we wait passion fruit when they're yellow in color until they fall down themselves. We
Okay.
don't pick them when they're up on the tree.
Got you.
When they yellow, that the time we collect it, we eat it and becomes really sweeter.
Yes.
Not really sour, not bitter.
Got you.
Sweet actually. What you buy back to your country looks like looks dark brown. People, because they harvest when they have mature and they will get mature on the way.
Ah,
That's why it becomes brownish, black, dark, something like that. Black color.
That's one right here.
You just wait me here. Let me see if I can see the passion flower. Let me
Ah,
walk
okay.
around and see if I can get it.
Wow, this is awesome. We hear cows.
Hmm?
I said, and we hear cows.
Yeah, here we go.
Ah.
You're lucky.
Ooh.
It's our lucky day.
Yes. Let me shut on question if you.
I got it.
Oh. Yeah, this is beautiful. You're very lucky.
Only one.
This is the only passion flower
Yeah,
bloomed.
Yeah.
Just for us. It
Just
was-
for us.
Oh, second is here.
We're lucky.
Wow.
Ah, two.
Because if they stay for longer, they will be closing themselves, as you see from here. So
Oh, they
Yeah.
closed
they
themselves.
called it.
Ah.
Ah. Got it.
Beautiful.
And those how fruit becomes bigger. You see that? Over here.
Oh, okay.
Where's it at? There it is.
Cool.
There's two.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Good.
Yes.
This is how the yellow color becomes out.
Ah, okay.
He was eaten by squirrels.
Okay, I figured that. I was like, yeah, look like.
All of them. They was get
Squirrels been grubbing.
Yeah,
Yes.
If they fall down during the night,
Yeah, the
you come in the morning, you find them, all of them.
A bunch of squirrels grubbing
Yes.
out. Squirrels having a party.
During a day, we can have some of them because we will be walking all the time around, you know. During the night, we're not around, so they will be serving themselves.
They have a party.
Exactly.
Yeah, why not?
Yes, I don't blame you.
This is lime
Ah,
trees.
ooh, it's Ooh,
And
it
this
smells
the
really
lime
nice.
fruits you can see here.
Oh, look how cute.
Oh, baby lime.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
To protecting the body by COVID problem, and as well for the losing weight, we take a lime without to remove the skin, without to remove the seed, chop into pieces, put in the blender, cucumber together, garlic, onion, alright, mix together. Then we have to grate it in the blender. We make a kind of juice. We filter out, then no, with the vinegar, right? We filter out and drink the juice.
Gotcha.
And that's how we do. But we drink before we had the breakfast early in the morning.
Right.
That's we used to lose the weight, and in order also to protect our body by COVID problem.
Yes.
That's how we do it. Yeah. Good.
Yes.
Without lime in our barbecue, this is not Zanzibar barbecue.
Exactly.
We must have this. Or if we don't get this, we must use a lemon, which is big and yellowish in color. Because we have a lime and lemon, right?
Yes.
Those fruit up there, do you know what are they?
I don't know. I've seen them, but I don't know.
Have you heard about jackfruit?
Okay. Yes.
This
Yes.
is jackfruit. When it's ripe, it becomes bigger, the fruit. We get 15 up to 20 kilogram per one fruit. Apart, they grows out of the trunk, but they never falling down themselves. We should climb up with the long rope. We tie to the fruit. We drop down with the rope. We chop into pieces. We get yellow flesh with the white seed. The yellow flesh, we eat it as a fruit and tasty, which is really combination between mango, banana, and pineapple. What do we say in Zanzibar? We get a Zanzibar jackfruit. Back in America, you will have American Jack Daniel. Is this better than Jack Daniel? Because when you eat, when you drink Jack Daniel, strong you, this you will be healthy.
Got you.
You know what I mean? It's a jackfruit. And for the people who are vegetarian, they eat much. They used to cook that one, but when they're young, not ripe yet.
Okay.
Because when the ripe is sweet, when the young not sweeter, so they can cook as a spinach or vegetarian.
Okay.
This is the tree producing the fruit, and the fruit is like a guava outside. He got one of it. Let me open it. You can see inside. You see how is it? You want to get a picture? You do picture.
Yes.
You do record the video.
Yes. I didn't see this thing in my pocket because I've been doing.
You see that?
What is?
The shell is being closed like this. When they really mature are hanging up, they break themselves in order to get the brown nut inside. In order to get this nut. Have you heard about nutmeg?
Yes.
Is this the nutmeg? The shell, we don't use it. When we use the red flour, is this like plastic? You can feel it bit. Just feel it.
Yeah, it feels like plastic.
Yeah, like
Like plastic.
Is this what they call it, people? Maize. Maize of nutmeg. And if we take off this, they smell like a strong. You will get strong smell by. Actually, we use for decoration in cake, to have a strong flavor by strong smell.
Yeah.
Pass to him a bit.
There you go. Smell that.
That's we use for decoration cake. The nut, what you buy to your country, which is looks brown, and you grate it, you made into powder. We get it inside of this.
Oh, okay.
We dry first. It will shake out. Then we break it. We're going to have a brown nut. Is this what it's going to give you now? If we grind it nutmeg, we made it into powder. They use people to the bechamel sauce, pudding, mashed potato, vegetarian, curry, rice for flavor. Instead of spices, our women, they use nutmeg as a drugs or local alcohol. Because our women are the Muslim, they're not allowed to drink alcohol.
Right.
Zanzibar, if during by waiting, we play local music, we get our women who want to come and join with the people and have a party, right? But we have Chinese women, boring women. For to remove the shyness or boring, they should take 3, 4 of nut, grind it, they boil with the porridge, or sometimes they boil in tea. When they drink it, after 5-10 minutes, their eyes they will change and becomes really sexy eyes, or other like marijuana eyes. The time when they go back to waiting, the shyness away, they goes to be crazy.
Gotcha.
Instead of it, is this our secret of Zanzibar, why people deserve too much baby? Much nutmeg you get, much baby you get.
I see that.
So it's natural
have plenty of
aphrodisiac
Exactly.
for the women of Viagra. And
Yes.
about men, we will talking about later on, because we got
Okay.
something for the men. Yeah,
I think one of these instincts got me.
I think mosquito.
Yeah, I think a mosquito.
We have
got me.
mosquito, but don't worry about malaria in Zanzibar. Nowadays,
I ain't worried about that.
nowadays 5. These are Mandarin tree. You can see the
okay.
Mandarin fruit up there, green. Green mandarin. Sometimes we eat it when they're green and taste is nice.
I don't see. Oh, there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that one
Prickly.
there, yeah, that one is there, is a lemon tree.
Ah.
Which is the lemon fruit becomes bigger, yellowish in color, with a lot of juice inside.
Gotcha.
Let me cut it off.
Natural lemon from the lemon tree.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Juicy.
They're very juicy. Sometimes we use green, has got too much juices inside. Yeah.
Natural lemon from the lemon tree.
We use when they're green, we use when they're yellow, whatever. So that's why, because in Zanzibar of the land itself has a natural fertilizer itself, that way we can use when they are green or yellow the fruit, we can eat it and taste is good.
The lemon is sweeter. It's not doesn't have that nasty bitterish taste
I know it smells good.
like in the United States.
Is it?
It's much. This is sweeter.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Is this more sweeter than what you
Yes,
Yes.
this is much tastier.
It doesn't. You're right. It does not have that aftertaste.
Yeah.
I always have a weird.
This is
strong
very
bitter.
tasty than what you get back to America.
Yes.
Yes.
And not, this is sweet than what you have to in America.
Yes.
You don't have nothing good over there. Who told you how to have good food over
A lot
there?
of the food. A lot of the food today in America is made in labs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and lots of chemicals, GMO.
No, I believe that.
They
Yes.
don't even grow stuff
You
there.
know, I believe that this is sweet than what you have to your country.
Yes.
Yes.
Was come one of the guy, I don't know where he's coming from.
Yes.
I want to remember. He told me that, you see man, he was eat it like orange. Put all on his mouth.
Yes. You
And
can.
he said that this is sweeter man than what we have to our country.
Yeah, you can't.
I
Yes.
just
said,
mix-
what?
Yes. They don't grow in the-
That's why a lot of when we visit from America, African Americans, we oftentimes say you guys don't know what you have because you have such good stuff. You don't know. Now you're learning. Yeah.
We learned it from you and you learned from us.
Yes.
This is better way, yeah?
Yeah.
There's no way you can lick
It's
a
really
lemon
great.
Yeah.
in the U.S. and not
really good.
your face be
Yeah.
puckering.
So you should be very, very proud of what you produce.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You supposed to be licking this thing because nobody will believe this.
It's lemon,
Lemon
real lemon,
with no bitterness.
Not-
It's even sweet.
not fake lemon. Not Franken lemon.
Exactly. I didn't even know you could lick lemons and your face didn't pucker. Yeah.
Na wanasema nyie mnalima utamu lakini la ladha kuliko la
Lemon
kwetu.
coming.
Yaani limao la kwetu lina ladha tu strong lakini liko sweet. Lakini sasa limao la kwao kali halina la taste ya lemon yenyewe.
Nzuri sana.
He knows that. Now it's the second time so he said, yeah, I remember the guy he said that.
Yes, there's no way you can lick a lemon
It's okay.
or a lime in the U.S. in your face.
No, super make.
Fresh one, oh,
Yes.
fresh like us.
Fresh from the
Yes.
tree.
Yes.
Yes.
Fresh, very fresh and sweet. Very
But
good.
it's different.
Yes. Yes. Better than America.
Ah, okay. Lakini kuna malai ya aina mbili. Najua yale yetu.
What is this?
Matamu ya
Makubwa
juu.
makubwa.
Ah.
Najua, lakini sasa haya wewe ukaniambia matamu si mwehu.
Hao wanayo kama haya kwani?
Haya anasema haya. This is the flower which has smell like soap, lotion and perfume.
Here you.
Mtu wa pili anatuambia hivi.
I wanna keep
Tena
that.
limao hili ili anakula nakwambia
Me
tamu.
too.
And what
Have
is
you heard
this?
about ylang-ylang?
Ylang-ylang?
That's
This is ylang-ylang.
yeah. I use a
The
lot of
trees
essential
do.
oils. I
Yeah, yeah.
recognize that smell.
We're native the tree from Madagascar.
This tree?
This one bigger one, yeah.
Yeah, I automatically recognize
Yeah,
that.
Madagascar, they do exporting a lot of it to French, and French they made perfume out of it, which is really expensive and famous in the world, which is called Chanel No. 5. you heard about Chanel?
Yeah.
Chanel has got a mixer with the alcohol chemical. They must have this flower to the Chanel because it is giving a strong smell.
So they come over, they're getting all of the herbs from Africa
Why not?
and putting it in their perfumes and calling it their own.
Yeah, you know, back in Zanzibar, people are Muslim, right? So they're not allowed to drink alcohol because really that if you drink alcohol, it goes straight by in the blood. But perfume, because we never drink it, so we can use any kind of perfume which has alcohol chemical is okay because they stay outside of the skin, right?
Exactly.
Remember that every Friday is a special day for every Muslim, so we never go to pray by using perfume which has alcohol or chemical. We made it natural by using spices and flour. How do we make perfume out of ylang ylang? Take flour in the yellow, we boil with the water for half an hour, take them off, put to the coconut oil, leave to the house like for 2-3 days, go and take off the flour, we squeeze by hand, we made it pure incense oil. We use that as a perfume. We do call it Zanzibar Chanel No. 0 because it's natural, has no alcohol, no chemical. As I said, later on we will go and see the shop of spices. Now we're gonna have like a break, right? Let's sit there to the local sofa or local bench, and the guy are coming. He will put to your arm for smell it. More information he will explain to you because he's good by English as well.
Okay.
So just sit there. The guy will come and explain to you about cosmetic, which is made by local way.
Okay.